Hey, so I'm going to be trying out my hand at welding. I've never done this before, so this is not a tutorial video, nothing like that. It's just more of a vlog. I've gone for a fairly cheap MIG welder, but one that does have gas. I've been told the gasless ones are pretty useless. So I paid £200 for this. I've also set up a nice solid worktop, so I can hammer metal. A nice vise there, that was £20 as well. And the reason I am doing this is because with all the spare time I've got at the moment, I've been going around cleaning the inside of my wheel arches with the intention of painting those. And what I have found is a bit of a nasty surprise. I've found that my screwdriver has gone straight through metal in these 3 locations, and then 2 other locations on the other side as well. So I've got 5 big rot holes to fill in. And I thought, instead of paying the welder, you know, 300 or 400 quid to sort them out, I would spend the money on a machine myself. Worst case scenario is I'll just get rid of it and pay the welder to finish it off. But I thought I'd give it a go. So let's see what's in the box. So for safety, I've got a self-darkening welding helmet and some welding gloves. These are going to protect me from sparks and heat and UV radiation. And the self-darkening is, I've been told, pretty important. The welder came with this cheap one, but if you look through here, you can hardly see anything. Whereas if you look through the self-darkening one, you can see nicely, and then that automatically darkens as soon as you start welding. This is going to be an essential piece of kit, so I've been told. So the welder itself has 2 main controls on the front. You've got wire speed here, and then you've got your power settings, which goes 0 through to 6. There's all of this, which I don't understand at all, being a complete noob. This is a combination gas or no gas welder. Ideally, you'll be using gas, and you'd use a standard steel wire with that. But if you want to use it gasless, you can. You can use flux core wire, which has kind of got a coating on it, from what I understand, and it has a similar effect as it's burning to the gas, but it's not as good. So I'm just going to go with the gas canister and the standard wire. I've got an earth clamp here. This clamps onto whatever I'm welding. That completes the circuit. I've got a welding gun. This has got wire here that it feeds through here. That's what melts onto the metal there, and the gas blows around the outside of this, the inert gas, which keeps the weld nice and clean. Inside here, you can see I have got, apart from all this crap, there is a spool of welding wire here which goes through here all the way down the cable, and it feeds it into the torch here. And all I've got to do now is hook up the gas regulator to the gas bottle. So now we should hit some gas when I press the trigger. The only thing to do now is to give it a test. This is going to be my first ever weld. What is that? Okay, so it's sort of penetrating into that, but there's no penetration into this here, so I'm guessing I need it on a higher setting. So I'm going to try it up on a slightly higher power setting. Well, still ugly as anything. But at least it's melted together. So making some progress. Okay, so I've managed to successfully do this. I've got 2 new pieces of steel, and my goal is going to be to weld these together in a relatively presentable way. Let's see what I can do. Just going to keep practicing, really, try and get it looking a little bit better. There's lots of things to do with like how long I hold it on for. I've got wire speed and power settings on the welder, and yeah, lots to learn, but just going to carry on. Going to have a go at welding this to there now. Well, that's made a very different looking weld there. Not quite sure. I think probably because I turned my wire speed up. I'm going to carry on playing around with the wire speed, I think. So this hunk of metal here tells a bit of a story. I've started off with this, no penetration at all, completely ugly. Moved on to that, managed to stick these together, and then onto that. And now my most recent ones, I've done that, and then I've just managed to lay this one down. So it's getting a little bit better over time. Need to keep practicing, But I think I'm going to call that a day for today. It's getting a little bit late here. Don't want to make any noise by chopping up any more metal. See you in the next video. Hopefully soon I'm going to be repairing stuff on this, if I can keep improving at this. Cheers for watching. Just a little update here. I've filed my best looking one down, and that's what it looks like.